So, kids getting a driver license, huh? Yeah, clear the roads! Haha. Seriously though, it's scary stuff. Your new driver hurtling down the highway, to say nothing of all the new costs you may be facing. Ooh boy. But really, look at the national statistics.
Drivers between the ages of 16 and 19 are much more likely to experience a collision.
You don't want that. I don't want that. Heck, the government doesn't want that. And that's why states nationwide have adopted graduated driver licensing regulations. I know it sounds complicated, but don't worry, I'm here to help. Welcome to Graduated Driver Licensing Made Simple. Now, each state has its own set of specific rules and regulations, but today we're taking a look at New Jersey. Meet Daniel and his mom, Kay. Daniel turned 16 yesterday. In New Jersey, this means he's just old enough to begin the great adventure of the GDL. Before he can get behind the wheel, Daniel will need a state-licensed driving instructor to purchase his learner's permit from the Motor Vehicle Commission. To qualify for a permit, he'll first need to be enrolled in a behind-the-wheel driver training course offered by a commercial driving school. Once he's enrolled and his permit is purchased, Daniel takes a vision assessment and a knowledge test through his driving school or high school. 50 harrowing questions later, Daniel can begin to soak in that hands-on driving experience with his instructor. Once they've completed 6 hours of private driving lessons, Daniel's instructor will give Kay an evaluation of Daniel's driving skills and have Daniel's permit validated for practice driving. So what now? Now the fun part. With his permit in hand, Daniel can now drive under the supervision of an adult over the age of 21, as long as that adult has had a New Jersey license for at least 3 years. During the permit phase of the GDL, Daniel can't be on the road between the hours of 11:01 p.m. and 5 a.m., and he can't drive with any additional passengers unless a parent or guardian is present. He'll also place a decal on his front and rear license plates to let other drivers know that he's new at all this out-on-the-roads business. The supervised driving period is really important because it gives experienced drivers a chance to make sure that their protege is learning excellent safety practices behind the wheel. Now that he's got his permit, Daniel needs to spend at least 6 months working on his driving abilities under the watchful eye of an experienced driver before moving on to the next phase. Meet Amanda and her dad, Jason. Amanda is 17 years old and just spent the last 6 months learning Dad's best tips and tricks for how to pull off the perfect parallel parking job, among other vital rules of the road. She's now ready to embark on that vital rite of passage, the road test. She and Jason head over to the MVC, where Amanda will show off her shiny new driving skills. With a passing score here, she'll enter the probationary stage of the GDL. Now, she can finally strike out on her own in that brand new Mercedes. Yeah, whatever. She may be allowed to drive solo, but there are still safety restrictions on her probationary license. During the 12 months with her probationary license, she can't drive between the hours of 11:01 p.m. and 5 a.m. or drive with more than one passenger unless accompanied by a parent or guardian. During this year, she must still display the decal on her front and rear license plates. With a probationary license. With a probationary license.
Please hang up and try again.
After 1 year of safe driving with a probationary license, the state's safety restrictions are lifted. At this point, Amanda needs to go back to the MVC to get an unrestricted or basic license. Congratulations! She is now a ready-to-go driving machine. Okay, let's recap. At 16, a New Jersey student is old enough to apply for a learner's permit. He or she must first be enrolled in a behind-the-wheel driver training course offered by a commercial driving school. The driving instructor will purchase the permit at the Motor Vehicle Commission, or MVC. A vision and written exam is completed, and now our learning driver is ready to begin behind-the-wheel training. There are safety restrictions in place during this period. The teen can't drive between the hours of 11:01 p.m. and 5 a.m. and must display a decal on the front and rear license plates to let other drivers know there's a new driver on the road. After 6 hours of private driver training, the parents will be given an assessment of their new driver's skills. This assessment and MVC validation of the learner's permit make it possible to practice driving. At age 17 and after 6 months of supervised driving with a learner's permit, a teen can take the road test. With a passing score, he or she then enters the probationary driver license phase. A probationary driver no longer needs supervision, but safety restrictions stay in place. After 1 year of safe driving, the teen returns to the MVC for an unrestricted or basic license. Hopefully this handy guide has helped you make sense of the ins and outs of graduated driver licensing. For more information and specific rules for your own state, check out impactteendrivers.org or njteendriving.com. Happy driving!